right, team. How we doing? Coach Dana Cavalier here, coming at you with the Becoming a Champion show, where we are all about inspiration, motivation, and encouragement to move you along your high performance journey. And it is a cold day here in New York. I'm at the farm, tending to the animals and doing a heck of a lot of coaching as well. And today I got a great lesson for you. I'm super excited for it. And, when I teach it, it just reinforces something special, for me as well. And this message comes from a great coach out there by the name of Coach Tom Mullins. He's an old college and high school football coach based out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. And I love listening to coaches of yesterday because, well, they're inspirational, they're motivational, and they can teach us something that is not being taught today. They come with an edge, they come with some firepower and some juice. And I wanted to share Coach Tom's lesson today on his Big Five. And last week we were talking and he shared his Big Five with me. And I said, man, that's great. I got to get that message out to everybody today. So I want to share with you number one of Coach Mullins' Big Five is create energy. You got to create energy. So many people, they walk into a room and they say, this room is low on energy. This room is X, Y, and Z, whatever you want to call it. And the truth is this, we can't rely on a room to determine how it is we're going to feel. We have to bring something to the room. And when we bring something to the room, we can change the room. And that's really the way I approach life and everything that I do when I speak to companies and I speak to teams. I say, hey, listen, remember, you are 100% responsible for the energy in the room. You bring the energy, you make it happen, and you set the tone. And that's an important lesson to remember because so many of us, we sit back and we wait for someone else to do it. Don't wait. Be the change, be the energy, and bring that energy. That's number one, create energy. Number two, eliminate distractions. You got to have something to focus on. What are you focused on right now? If you were to take an inventory on yourself and say, hey, what am I focused on right now? What's the most important POF or point of focus that I have right now? What is it? Answer the question. It can only be one thing. Okay, I hope you answered that question, and I hope you're able to get to a very, very clear answer. So that's point of focus. We got to eliminate distractions. Anything that works outside of that point of focus is no good. We got to eliminate it. So that's a distraction that has to be eliminated. Now, I wrote the book on Habits of a Champion, which is all about habits of champions, winning habits. But there are so many that have losing habits that are the distractions. So what are your habits that are distractions? For some, it's the phone, notifications, constantly checking email, not waking up early enough, staying up too late. Those are all the basics. But what is it for you? Everything's specific. So you got to find what the specific distractions are for you and write them down. I like to write things down and it becomes real. Next, fear nothing. What are you afraid of? And this is going to sound crazy, but I always say this. The reality is all of us are going to die. And I know that sounds horrible to say, and it's something where you're like, Coach, what are you talking about? But once you understand that, we all have that same great fear, which for many is death. So it's going to happen. I hate to break it to everybody, but the truth is today you shouldn't fear anything because you're alive and you're well. So take that feeling of alive and well and apply it to something and allow that to eradicate and wipe out any fear that you have. There's no reason to fear anything. You're alive and you're well. You're alive and you're well. You're alive, you're well, you're capable, and you're able. So use that. Use that as fuel. Be excited about that. Be excited that you're alive and well, and you're capable and you're able. And go do something with your life. Go do something big. Go make something happen. Be a playmaker. Bring energy. That's what this is about. Next, number 4, attack all that you do. So you can approach things and go through the motions. And I see people go through the motions everywhere today. I call them losers. I hate to say it, but there's losers everywhere. I walked into the gym the other day and I saw this young man, probably 22 years old, sitting on the counter with his phone out. And he's supposed to be the guy greeting me when I walk in. I said, that's a loser. That's somebody That's not attacking all that he does. He's just taking the money. He's taking the check. Don't be one of those people. Don't ever just take the check. If you're going to just take the check, take a hike, because you get compensated for action. You get compensated for results. You get compensated for doing your best. And if you're not willing to do that and you don't desire to do that, well, you shouldn't be compensated. That's the way I feel. And I believe in life, there's champions and there's chumps, there's winners and there's losers. And at the end of the day, you got to be on the attack every day. Put pressure on what it is that you want to do. Put pressure on it. Move towards what it is that you want to create, build, and do. Put pressure on that. And you'll be amazed at how you will create an opportunity for yourself by being on the attack. That doesn't take talent, doesn't take ability. It just takes guts and courage. And if you're on the attack, you got a great chance of winning. So I want to put that out there. And number 5, you got to be committed to excellence, and you got to give your best in all that you do. You have to be committed to excellence. I use this example. I wrote about this in my book, Habits of a Champion. How many people, they go to Starbucks or they go get a cup of coffee somewhere and they spill the milk, they spill the sugar, they spill the cinnamon, and they walk away. The napkin is right there. And they leave it all there for the next person to pick up. Or maybe there's a napkin on the floor and they just walk right by it. Or sometimes they even kick it with their foot and they walk right out the door instead of bending over and being committed to excellence. Don't wait for somebody else to clean up a mess. You clean it up. I know you're not hired by that coffee shop or that firm, but bend over and pick it up. Clean it up. That's what being committed to excellence is. It's not selective excellence. Hey, I'm excellent at my job, but I'm not doing those things over there. You got to do all the things. You got to be committed to excellence across the board. And I want to give you number 6, and Coach didn't include this in his big 5, but we talked about it and we decided that it would be important. And that's run with champions. And all that you do, you got to run with champions. And you know me, I love champions. I love talking about them. I love writing about them. And I love waking up every day and telling myself, I am a champion. And today I'm telling you that you're a champion. If you do these 5 things, you will be a champion too. But you got to run with champions, and don't wait for a champion to say, hey, come and run with me. First, be a champion, and champions will want to have you around them. And then you will attract people that want to be around you, and it's your job to help them become champions as well. So run with champions, be a champion, run with champions, and do great work. Hit the big 5, create energy, eliminate distractions, fear nothing, and attack all that you do, and be committed 100% to excellence in every part of your life. And don't accept anything less. And that should be your daily journey. That should be your daily commitment. And that should be your daily fight. You listen, there's a lot of bums out there that don't want to work. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to fight and go after things. You have a competitive advantage if you can just do this. I didn't speak about talent, ability, IQ, or any of those things. Do these 5 things and you'll see dramatic changes over time in your life. That's my lesson for you by way of Coach Tom Mullins today, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment. And you know me, I'll be here every week for you, pushing this champion's gospel, this champion's message. And I hope you enjoy it. And by the way, this month, I have my new book, Habits of a Champion Team, coming out. You can pre-order it today at danacavalier.com. I'll send you a signed copy. And then at the end of the month, we're going to be on Amazon. So you can head on over there or to get your copy there. But signed copies are always nice. And head on over to Dana Cavalier and you can get on there, danacavalier.com. And also get on our daily newsletter where I coach you every day, Monday through Friday. I push you, I challenge you, and I motivate you. That's my message for you today. I hope you enjoyed the big 5. I'll be seeing you next week. Stay strong and get after it today. Be on the attack. Let's go. See ya.